Good morning, boys and girls. Are you hungry? Yes, this is a science class now. Esta es la clase de ciencia. And we're going to talk about what grows on trees and what doesn't. Okay? So today's experiment is going to be with red apples, green apples, and yellow apples. You're going to taste them at home and figure out which one you like the most. So, let's start with those things that grow on tree but we're not going to eat today. So, this is called a pear, una pera. They grow on trees. This is an avocado, un aguacate. It grows on trees. This is a banana. It does not grow on trees. Los bananos, o como en mi país le dicen guineos, no crecen en árboles, crecen en plantas. Okay? That is the truth. Eso es una verdad. Now, let's go into the experiment, shall we? So I'm going to show you what I'm going to use. I'm going to use an apple slicer, and I'm going to put it in here on my dish so that we can slice it before we taste it. So I'm going to fold my laptop so you can see my camera. And the first one we're going to do is the red apple. So the red apple, if you see, mommy has to put it in the middle, or dad, and you put it in the middle so that you can have the stem, the stem and the core with you. So with your other two hands, you press and you push it down really hard. So I'm going to stand for a moment. And here we go. Now your apple is sliced. So what you do is eat the slices of the apple. Each slice could be given to one student or to one child at home. You can slice the apple if you don't like to eat the skin, but the skin is also good for you. Okay? This is what you keep and you throw away. Okay? You throw away the stem and the core of your apple. So I'm going to push this over because I'm going to work with another apple. So let's put this back on this plate over here so that we can continue with this apple. This is a green apple. It's called a Granny Smith. Granny Smith is green, and we're going to slice it. It looks like it's giving me a hard time to slice. There you go. And there is your green apple. These you would have to pull them out because they're still green. So they tend to be a little bit harder to get off of the apple slicer. The other thing is that you should be thinking is, what does it taste like? Right? I don't know, but we're going to taste it. We're going to use our palate, our tongue, and taste with our mouth our apples. Now let's go with the yellow apple. A yellow apple is called the Golden Delicious. Golden Delicious. The first one was called the Red Delicious, which is the red one. This one is not called the Yellow Delicious. It's called the Golden Delicious. And so it becomes yellow. Now, I sliced all 3 apples and I took all the core and the stem out. Now I'm going to put this to the side because now I'm going to eat some of these apples. So I have the Red Delicious, the Golden Delicious, and we're gonna try some Granny Smith. Okay? And so this is an activity you can do at home with your children to learn about things that grow on trees. So here we go. I'm going to start with the Red Delicious. Red Delicious has the red skin. It's not sweet. It's not sour. It has like a sand texture to it. Let's go with the yellow. The yellow or the Golden Delicious apple. Wow, this one is sweet. Sweet. Golden Delicious is sweet. But let's go with the green one, Granny Smith. Now, Granny Smith is sour. I don't like sour, but there are apples that are sour like this one. So if you tried all 3, pick one. I pick the Golden Delicious because I like the sweet in it. Now, I do eat the Granny Smith, but not as a fruit. I eat it in the apple pie because apple pies are made with Granny Smith apples or green apples. So if you like apple pie, you like this apple. Now, the other apple, which is the Red Delicious, it's the one that everybody eats. This is the Red Delicious apple, but there are other red apples that probably other people like the Macintosh, the Gala, the Cortland. There's so many kinds of red apples. So that would be like another interesting experiment that you would like to do. Maybe you want to try different red apples. You can do that. But for today, try the green, which is the Granny Smith, the red, which is the Red Delicious, or it could be any red, and the yellow, which is the Golden Delicious. That's what the kids are going to be doing today in the classroom during center time at science. So if you're at home, you should be playing with this, just tasting it and trying to decide which of the 3 apples do you like. And draw it, color it. Tell me what it is. Tell me how it tastes. If it's green, it should be sour. If it's yellow, it should be sweet. And if it's red, it's not too sweet. It's not too sour. That's how I would put it. All right? So remember, smart is not something you are. Smart is something you get.